Hi, Mel here from LeCil, and I'm going to lash myself today, so I thought I'd take you guys along the journey so you can see how to do it. So first up, I have washed my lashes really well, first with the LeCil Remove, which is oil-based to get every last bit of glue off my lashes, and then with a oil-free lash cleanser. Watch this space. LeCil is going to have our own lash cleanser recommended to use with our glues and lashes soon. Once I did that, I'm using my LeCil fan to make sure my lashes are completely dry, because that's going to help with really long retention times and really great adhesion of the lashes. Great little lash dryer there. Next is Bond. The trick with Bond is you really don't need very much at all. Just a tiny bit at the base of the lashes. This is really goopy, sticky stuff. If you get too much on, they're not going to cure properly and you're just going to have a big mess. That's heaps. Other side. You can do that little wiggly mascara technique so that you're not clumping your lashes together. Plenty. All right, next tip. Let the Bond dry for a really long time so that it's super sticky before you apply your lashes. You can just wait a couple of minutes, or again, trusty little fan. 3 speeds. I put it right up this time just to be quick. Get that Bond nice and tacky. Okay, my Bond is nice and tacky now. I've dried it. I'm using a mixture of Savvy A16 and 14s today for my lash look. I've pre-cut my ribbons so they're all ready to go, which just makes life a bit easier. I like to start on the outer edge. You can see how sticky that Bond is because I can pull up my eyelid just by touching the lashes on. So that's the kind of stickiness that we want, and that's what weighting does, or the fan does. All right, first cluster on. Next pro tip, overlap your clusters by a few millimeters. That's going to make sure you don't have any gaps and you have a really lovely seamless look. It also helps with retention because each lash cluster gives strength to the next one. All right, I'm just going to finish up and then we'll get back. Okay, I've applied all my clusters now. This is 3 16s on the outer edge and then 2 14s on the inner edge, giving a nice little cat eye look, which is probably my favorite look. At this point, I've let the Bond seal a little bit longer. You can blow the fan on it again if you want. And then it's time to go ahead and really adhere the lash clusters to your eyelashes using the curve of your applicator. Just give it a good squeeze. And then for the inner edge, I find it easier to have the curve inwards towards the eye to catch those little clusters there. Give them a good squeeze to the other side. All right, we are well adhered. And then finally, give it a little bit more of a dry. In my case, I'm going to use the fan, lucky me. All right, the Bond is really nice and tacky and dry now. I'll go ahead and turn my fan off. Last step is LeCil Seal. This activates the Bond to start curing. The curing process takes about 48 hours. It's slower than salon lashes. That's a safety measure, and it makes it easier for people who are less experienced to mucking around with their eyelashes. And so the seal activates that. All right, it's really important not to put the seal on the ends of the lashes because it does dry with a little bit of a funny sort of shiny finish if it gets on the ends, and that can make them look a little bit weird. So just keep it at the base. I'm also a big fan of a little bit of seal on my applicators and give it an extra squeeze. These. Okay, all seal applied, one last blast, and we are lashed for the week or longer, as you know. LeCil lasts up to 10 days, provided you take care of your lashes really well. Things that will reduce longevity how well you've applied them in the first place, of course. Getting wet in that first 48-hour period, so please try and avoid that. Using any oil-based cleansers or oil-based makeup near your eyelashes will affect the retention time too. And finally, and I'm definitely guilty of this, side sleeping or sleeping on your face. They will rub off if you do that. So try and sleep on your back or use a beauty pillow that keeps your eyelashes clear of your pillow, and then you should easily get 10 days retention. And I know I've had longer than that, and I have clients who have as well. Just finally, I want to give you an indication of how many sets you'll get in a Savvy kit. So if you've bought our starter kit, you get 2 sets of lashes of your choice. So I've just lashed myself with a mixture of a Savvy A16 and 14. So this is the 16. You can see I've used about a quarter, and there's still a good 3/4 left. And I used even less of the 14s. So you're easily going to get at least 4 sets of lashes, if not more, out of your starter kit, and a lot of people do clean them and reuse them as well. So really great value for money, actually, and I've used my lashes over and over again. It's very rarely that I open a new packet. Have a great Sunday. Bye.